Morning, welcome to the next podcast of Andy Collier-talks cricket memorabilia. I'm going to show some SF Barnes photographs a bit later on, which I put on the Spirit of Cricket Collecting website yesterday. So coming up to the Ashes, I thought I'd just put out there one of the greatest bowlers that's ever graced the game. But first of all, this week, what's turned up this week is the Journal of the Cricket Society. We've got there, volume 31, number 4, spring 2003. We've got a cracking photograph on the front there, and his name is actually, what's his name? All right, Nick Tudball did the little write-up on him. It's Frederick William Hannay from 1843 to 1881. He's got that hanging in his office, so it's a cracking photograph, I've got to say. So it's a nice, if you remember the Cricket Society, that should be winning your way to your letterbox this week. Very interesting bits and pieces on there. And we've also got the news bulletin from the Cricket Society as well. So some nice articles in there, including one where they had an interview with Simon Mann, the West of England branch, with Stephen Chalk. And must have been a good evening that with Simon Mann, a great commentator on the TMS special, I have to say. Thoroughly enjoy listening to him on there. So hopefully he's going to get overexcited with the Ashes this year. So it's coming up, so a week to go. So the next podcast we have will be after the first couple of days of the Ashes series. So hopefully I might be overexcited myself. Anyway, other thing that turned up this week was this lovely model here. It was presented by the Board of Control in Sri Lanka to the England and Wales Cricket Board to commemorate the England tour of Sri Lanka 2001. Now, I'm sure Shahan or any other of our Sri Lanka members can probably tell me what that actually is. It's obviously some kind of preaching place, I should think. Got one little finial missing on the top there, which is unfortunate, but apart from that, it's a nice item. It's quite heavy, I have to say, so I'm assuming that was given to the board and winged its way to a auction somewhere. So I found that on eBay the other week. So quite a nice item there. So anyway, I just think the SF Barnes feature I put on to Facebook. A few bits and pieces here. First of all, there's the SF Barnes book there. Oh, there's another one. I've got another one which is a fairly recent one, but this one's by Andrew Searle. Very interesting book there. Tells you the story of SF Barnes. Just to go into his details, SF Barnes took 6,229 wickets at an average of 8.33 in competitive matches. So he didn't play that many first class matches, but he went on tour. Obviously he was brought into the side, Archie McLaren, and he was bit of a great bowler there to dig out the leagues. So anyway, there's a SF Barnes signature there. I've had that quite a few years now, and I normally write up what they've done in their career. So he was Warwickshire, only 4 matches, Lancashire 46, Wales he played for, Staffordshire, and obviously league cricket up north. McLaren to Australia, 1901-2. He was a bit of a bugger old SF Barnes, and he was a cantankerous old boy, but he was a great player. MCC to Australia 1907-08 and 11-12, and then South Africa 13-14. That's when he took 9 for 103, I think it was, in South Africa. So he's quite a player. And had big hands like all decent fast bowlers. This one, nice photograph here, is a facsimile one, but it's quite a nice one to get a decent signature on. That one there, got his MCC blazer on, but not sure which tour that would be after the 01 tour, because that would have been a separate one altogether, separate blazer and everything. This one here is at Lord's here. Does it say a date on the back? Doesn't actually say a date on the back of this one. Manchester Cricket Club it's got on the back as well there, so that's where that's come down from. So quite a nice photograph there of FS Barnes in bowling pose, or just about to deliver. Another one here, this has come from the Library of Evening Express, Liverpool. Nice photograph there with probably one of his teammates when he was in the Lancashire leagues. Up there. And a nice one here from the 1907 tour. Original photograph here, this one. Looks like his mother made that jumper. That's a different time. That one's taken at Sydney, I think, that one, but looks at the background. And a nice photograph there of Sydney Barnes. And the other signed one I've got is of the 1911-12. It's a bit big to get in the whole picture, I think. It's somebody's wearing a very nice hat in the back row there, more or less in the middle. You can see the white hat. And that's a signed photograph there of the 1911-12 side. Rather large, but a fantastic thing to have, I've got to say. And then the only other thing of SF Barnes is this fantastic pastel here by John Hawkins. I think there's two of these ones. He'd done one for me specially for the museum. But that's a great image, that of the delivery of SF Barnes. So fantastic. So only one more thing to do this week, and that's to give you the answer, if you actually had a go at it, to the what was in the Tiffany box last week. So there's the Tiffany box, and in that little box was a nice pouch there, nice pouch there, and in that little pouch was a silver Swiss Army knife with all bits and pieces on it, knife and file. What else we got here? Should have got it out first off. Pair of scissors there. So there's a nice little Swiss Army knife there. On there it's got what's that got? JCG's 11 or JPC's 11. Sorry, 1998. So there's that's what that is, and you've got the solid silver mark on the side there. So nice thing there from a Tiffany. Oh, there's a couple of other bits in there actually, which there's a, what we've got there, there's a little toothpick there. And what's this in here? Oh, there's a little pair of tweezers in there. So quite a nice dinky little mini Swiss Army knife there. John Paul Getty's 11, Wormsley. The players would have got one of those when they played. They also, I can't get it back in here now. They also got this is actually 1996, so a couple of this is a John Paul Getty's 11 with a little bit flask. So if you got cold out there in the April match, you could have a little swig of whiskey or whatever your tipple might be. That's just an ordinary stainless steel one, this one. 7 ounce, which it's got on the bottom there. So there we are, that came with the Tiffany Swiss Army knife. So anyway, say this will be, or next one will be after the start of the Ashes series. So touch wood, it's going to be a great series. Australia are doing quite well in the World Test Championship, so they've got a warm up, but I think England just relaxing, and hopefully they're going to continue playing their fantastic brand of Bazball. I know they don't like being called Bazball, but I think the name's stuck now, so just hope they continue doing that. So should be a great contest, I think, so looking forward to it. Anyway, till next week, catch you later, cheers.